So on this channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of math stuff. Everything to do with math. Um, I, right now, I just want to play games. I want to get into this very slowly. But pretty soon on this channel, I'm working on a project. I'm going to be doing basically a whole math class. Well, actually, I'm going to do, from algebra to calculus with a little bit of review in there of basic math. But I'm not doing that yet. I'm working on it, but for now, I want to play a game with you. And play along if you can. This game is called Mathdoku. So, starter pack. I'm going to be starting on the easy levels. Hopefully, I can do the 9x9s a little bit later on with no trouble. But for now, let's start with 3x3, level 1. So here's the rules. I'll let you know as I go along. So, like, here's the board. This square up here, I know that's a 3 because it's one square with no operations, and the 3 up in the corner tells me what it is. 2 is obviously 2. Here, we're gonna have to start working our way, but it'll be easy. 4, and you can see the little plus in the corner tells me whatever numbers I put in here, I have to add together to get 4. And the only two ways to get 4 by addition with the numbers I have, which are 1, 2, and 3, the only ways to get 4 by addition are either 1 and 3 or 2 and 2. If you know Sudoku, that's what this game is based on. So, that being said, you can't have 2 of the same number in a row or a column. So, like, I can't put a 2 right here and a 2 right here because there are 2 2s in the same column and in this row. So that tells me I know it can't be 2 and 2. What I do know is in some way it'll have to be 1 and 3 that add together to get me the 4 up in the corner. Let's move on to this square. Which 2 numbers of the 3 that I have, which 2 can add to 3? 1 and 2. No, this one, the one that I've highlighted in a darker yellow tint, which one do I know it cannot be? Which one do I know it is? I know because of this that it cannot be 2. So the only option is 1. And that would make this one a 2. So now let's look back at this one. I know from this square that it cannot be 1. So it'll be 3. So that means this one is 1. Now let's look at this row. What do I know this square has to be? It has to have all the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in it. This row already has the numbers 1, 2. So I know it has to be 3. And same with this. Has to have all 1, 2, 3. It already has 2, 3. So I know it's 1. And same idea for this, it's 2. So now let's go on to the next puzzle. And I'll just fill in what I know right off the bat. So let's look at this column. I know it has to have a 1, 2, and 3 in it. It already has a 3 and a 2, so I know it'll be 1. This row has to have a 1, 2, and 3. It already has 1 and 3, so I know it needs to be 2. Let's look at this square. I know it has to be one of the 3 numbers I have. 1, 2, and 3. I know that it cannot be a 2 because there's already 2 in this row. I know it cannot be 1 because there's already a 1 in this column. So by process of elimination, I know it has to be a 3. And this one, this square, cannot be a 2 or a 3, so it has to be a 1. This is a can't be 1 or 3, it has to be 2. This can't be 1 or 2, it has to be 3. And next level. I know this one is 3, 2, 1. Because of the numbers. This row has to have 1, 2, 3. It has 1 and 3 already. So I know this one has to be 2. This column, same, it needs 1, 2, and 3. It already has a 1 and has a 2. So I know this has to be 3. So now we have to think a little bit. Oh, first let's look at this square. Actually, we don't have to think really at all. Let's look at the square. It can't be a 2 because of this in the same column. It can't be a 3 because there's already a 3 in the same row. So I know it has to be 1. So this one, because in this row There's a 1 and a 2. It has to be a 3. This is a 1. And this is a 2. Okay. Let's go on to the next puzzle. I hope you're starting to understand. It's easy at first. And before we start this puzzle, let me show you. There are 30. I did not mean to click on it. There are 30 levels. And I will be going through all the levels. So this will take a while before we get to a 4x4 sorry. 4x4 square. But we're going to finish 2x3. And you can see over on the right side of the screen, it tells you what operation is used in each puzzle. So, you can see the first 5 levels deal with addition. And then addition and subtraction. Level 9 and 10 have multiplication only. 11 has addition and multiplication. And etc. It'll keep going on. But for now, let's continue with our 3x3 level 4. Feeling the obvious. Okay. Let's look at this box. What two numbers add to 5? Out of the numbers I have. 2 and 3. No, that didn't really tell us much. But we'll get there later. So now, let's skip to this box. We know in this row, there's already 1 and a 3. So it's going to be 2. So that, again, we are going to skip. We're going to go to this one, this box. What two numbers add to 3? Out of what I have, 1 and 2. Okay, so this box, I have the numbers. I know it could be a 1, could be a 2. Out of those numbers, I know there's 1 it can't be. And that is a 2. It cannot be a 2 because of this. So I know it's going to be a 1. And that tells me that this one will be 2. In this row, there's already a 1 and a 2. So I know it's a 3. That tells me this one, which could be 1. This one is a 2. Because there's already a 1 and a 3 in that column. And then same with the other columns. This 1, 2, 3. So it needs to be 1, 1, 2, needs to be 3. One more level. So 3, 2. Let's see. Where should I go next? Well, I think the only thing I know is this square. I know it has to be either 2 and a 3 or a 3 and a 2. So this box I've highlighted is either a 2 or a 3. But this tells me it cannot be a 3. So I know it is a 2. Now this one. 5, which is the total, minus 2 would give me 3. And then this one, this box, I know the column already has 2, 3, so it needs to be 1. Same with this, 2, 3, and this, 2, 3. So, looking at this, the total is 4. I have 1 and 1. 4 minus 2 is 2. And our last number, 3. 1, 2, 3. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll continue to watch. Thank you. Now.